Amatip IT is more than just a company. It's an architect of transformation. Our mission is to bridge the gap between your current position and your loftiest aspirations. We are steadfast in our commitment to employ ingenuity and collective wisdom to propel you forward on your journey. With Amatip IT, your dreams are the blueprint, and together, we will build the pathway to turn them into reality.
Welcome back to the UIUX Design Professional course, powered by Amatip IT, an IT company based in London, United Kingdom. This is part 7 of the introduction section of this professional UIUX design, where we'll be talking about why should you consider being a UIUX designer and the career opportunity in UIUX design. In our previous part of this introduction section, we have discussed about product design. What is UIUX design? Why is UIUX design important? The UIUX design process, skill needed in UIUX design. What is the difference between the normal UIUX design and the professional UIUX design? And also we also talk about UIUX design tools. But now we'll be talking about why should you consider being a UIUX designer and the career opportunity in this area of specialization. So let's dive in. So the first reason on the list is to start your own tech company. If you are a good UIUX designer, it will be very easy for you to start your own tech company if your company deals in production of web application or mobile application. And you might be wondering, how is that possible? Yes, you can achieve this even if you don't have any capital. For instance, I will take you through the development process of web application or mobile application, and this is applicable to any type of application. This is the process that you need to follow. We have talked about this before in the UIUX design process in one of the previous part of the introduction section. But in a recap, and for you to have a clear understanding about how to become your own boss, how to start your own tech company with this skill. Now, for instance, let's assume you are able to identify a particular problem that you can solve with maybe a mobile application or a web application. So how can you go about this idea to turn it to a product and use that to start your own tech company? The first thing you need to do is what? To carry out research. And this research, you only need your UX design skill to carry out proper research, be it user research, user interview, survey, focus group and the likes, competitor analysis, market analysis, stakeholder interview and the like. This is what you can use your UX skill to achieve. And with your UI skill, you will be able to design your product. Once you have gathered all the information, the data you acquire from the research phase, you can now take that to the design phase to design your product, do the sitemap, the navigation design, the content strategy, the wireframe, low fidelity wireframe, high fidelity prototype and the likes, interactive prototype and the like. You will be able to do all this with your user interface design skill. And once you have your interactive prototype, You can now test this prototype with some user in order to see how good the prototype is. Is there any problem that you identify during the testing that you need to improve on? And once all this have been done successfully, that is when you can now move to implementation stage. And if you're able to do all the first, if you're able to do proper research phase, proper design, proper testing, and by the time you move to the implementation phase, it will make the implementation phase easier for you, because most of the questions that you will need to answer will have been previously answered at your design phase, such as what is the cost. You will be able to do your calculation, to do your estimate, like what will the implementation of this prototype actually cost me. If you have your money, you can now go into implementation by yourself. But for instance, let's assume you don't even have the required capital for the implementation. So what can you do? You can approach investors with your prototype. But if you don't have a prototype, or your prototype is not good enough, how can you approach the investor? And there are a lot of people out there ready to invest in your idea if you actually have identified a real life problem and you have find a product that can solve that problem. For instance, if you come to this platform, we will show you different way of going about all these things we are talking about as we move on in the training. But before then, let me show you one of the platforms where you can easily get an investor for your idea, and not just investor that specialize in mobile app or web application. So for instance, as soon you come to, once you have carried out your research, your design and testing, and you have your prototype ready for implementation, at that time you'll have know the cost estimates that you need for the implementation phase. Then you launch your product. So by that time you're able to approach the investors, and any question they will be asking you have already know them, because you have passed through the necessary process that you're supposed to pass through. Okay, so if you come here and you come to investors, you can see we have numerous people here. You can load more, and you see there is always more. Now for instance, let's assume we pick this guy. You can see his profile. You can see the type of product is ready to invest on. Facebook application, different digital ads, instant message. You can see different area of interest that is ready to invest on. So if you have a product in that area, then you can easily pitch your idea to him, and you can see the profile this and the social media handle through which you can contact this guy. Let's go back and see another investors. Let's check another investor. You can see these are another investors. Let's go back. These are another investors. You can see the area of interest, and you can read some of the biography, some of the information about him. These are another investors. You can see their profile. You can see These are another investors, and you can see their profile. And we have many of these platforms that we will be introducing you to during the training program, and this is another one, but we'll talk more about them after the program. And once you see a reasonable investors, then you go into implementation and you launch your product and continue to evaluation, like evaluating your product, getting user feedback, and making improvement on the product every time so that you can remain in the market. So let's move to the second reason, which is similar to our first reason, but here you are not producing any product. You are just specializing on rendering UI UX design service. So you can do this as a freelancer, and there are many platforms where you can do that as well. You can see Fiverr where people are doing. You can see different UI UX designer. You can see their work, and you can also join these people once you acquire the knowledge. This is another platform in UK. You can see how much UI UX designer are charging per hour. This is somebody that have a review of 588. You know, it's not everybody that you do work for that will leave review. You can see the amount of work this person are able to get from this platform. So you can see this somebody 4,000 plus. Okay, so you can also do better. You can achieve something reasonable than this. Okay, so that is another opportunity. That's another reason. So let's move to the last reason why you should consider being a UI UX designer, which is to get a good tech job. UI UX design is a very lucrative job. It have high demand. Every day in, day out, you'll be seeing different companies looking for UI UX design, and it's a flexible job you can do from anywhere remotely, and the payment is wow. Okay, so let's look at some career opportunity in this field. Yeah, after the training program, you can decide to be a UX designer if you like to specialize on the research aspects of the specialization, and you can as well decide to be a UI designer if you like more of design, and you can be an interactive designer or information architect. Then you can decide to combine these two skills together, as this training program is prepared to give you the complete knowledge of UI and UX design. So you can decide to be UI UX developer. Okay, so if you take any of these professional and you go to any job directly, you will see that the job is always available every day. Every day you will always see new job opportunity in UI UX design. You can see this is a remote work in UK for UI UX. They just posted it 17 hours ago, and you can see there is always job opportunity because it is a skill that it is in high demand in tech industry. This is another one days ago. This is another one. So if you still check another country like US, Canada, you see that this job is always available everywhere, and it's something that it doesn't mean your location doesn't matter, because it's job that you can do remotely. You can do it from anywhere, and you can gain the job from anywhere. What is most important is the skill. Once you acquire the necessary knowledge that you're supposed to acquire, in which by the end of this training program you will have acquired all the knowledge you need to become a professional UI UX designer. Okay, so if you have interest and you love to become a UI UX designer, I will give you one simple homework, and once you submit this homework, we're able to use that to analyze your success potential in this field of UI UX design. Okay, so this homework is very simple. I just want you to reflect back. You have been using different websites before, you have been using different mobile apps before. Give me 2 examples of mobile app or website that you have been to before to carry out a particular task, and on getting to the website you are unable to carry out that task successfully, not because the platform cannot do it, but maybe because you don't have clear understanding on how to carry out this task on this platform, in which you now need to call on somebody to come and explain how you can do it, and after the person explains it to you, you're able to do what you want to do on that particular app or website. So just give me 2 examples of website like that which you have faced any challenges like that before, that you want to do something and you need to call on somebody to explain how you can do it on that platform for you. That's all. So till next class, bye for now.